Hey guys, Stingray here again. I'm here to bring you an awesome makeup look for summertime and or just being outdoors, right? Who doesn't love a no makeup look that's dewy skin? It's gonna make you look sexy, make you look healthy, make you look glowing. Also, making it look like you just worked out, making your... Well, hey, let's get started with it already. Starting off with clean skin, I tone my face with the NARS Skin Toner. It's awesome because it evens out your pH all day long, and it's great if you have oily skin or acne skin. I always massage it into my face, getting every corner, every crevice, and even down into my neck, just in case I have to put makeup down there. Then I go in with the Goodbye Kiana Baking Soda Nose Cream Pack. This stuff is awesome, seriously. I found this stuff in Japan, and it really helps out with the oiliness of the nose. All you have to do is just really rub it in, and it's very light, non-scented, and soft. I then moisturize with the Embroise Light Cream. This thing is a multi-purpose moisturizer and primer, which is amazing. But be careful, because too much, it will make your face feel like you're covered in oil, and you don't want that. So just go in with that tiny droplet size, and work it all into your skin. After that, let it sit for a minute and absorb into your skin before doing anything else. After waiting a few minutes, I then go in with an SPF 50 sunscreen. I rub it all in, and I try to cover all the skin that I know that'll be showing for the day. After I finish rubbing that into the skin, I just leave it for a few minutes so the oil can absorb. I then go in with the Step 1 primer from Makeup Forever. This stuff is amazing. You don't need too much now because you don't want to make your face too oily. But the nice thing about this stuff, once you put it on, it makes your skin feel velvety smooth. And what's really cool is that it dulls out the shine a little bit. Then I use some sugar lip polish from Fresh Cosmetics. The nice thing about this stuff, you don't need too much because it's so grainy, but what's nice, it leaves a natural oil residue on your lips. And I usually do this after I brush my teeth too. That's how I don't have to worry about anything else. Then I go in with a little Ben Nye 50 Sharp orange color corrector. I take my spatula just to take a little bit out, and then I use my fingers to dab it underneath my eyes. I use the orange to counteract the dark circles underneath my eyes, and try to be careful not to pat too much of it away. Then I go in with some of the Bye Bye Red from IT Cosmetics. I personally love IT Cosmetics because all of their products started out as dermatologist products that were turned into makeup. This stuff is so strong, you don't want too much of it. So what I do, just take a little bit of it out, palette, and then I take my finger and just lightly dab it where I need it the most. Mainly my red areas and underneath my eyes. And if I ever need more, I just always go back in and get a tiny bit more. And remember to blend, blend, blend. You don't want any lines of demarcation or streaks. P.S. I always like to use my fingers for all the liquids and creams. I like to use my fingers to blend everything in because the fingers or your hands activate the makeup with their heat, making it easier to blend in and making it last longer. Oh, and look cleaner too. One thing to be careful about when doing underneath the eyes is if you use too much, it almost gives it that bluish undertone, which almost defeats the purpose of even using this product. So a little bit goes a really long way, just remember that. Then I go in with NARS's Orgasm Shimmer Blush Stick. I take just a little bit off the top with my finger, and from the outer corner of the eye down, I start patting it in from the cheekbone to the ear. And another good tip, make sure you don't go too high or too low with the contour or blush, because you don't want it to look like a rash on your face. After that, I'm going to take out some more of that Bye Bye Red again. We're going to place it onto that same palette. Not too much, just a tiny little speck. And then we're going to mix it with one tiny little drop, maybe two tiny drops, of Cover FX Moonlight Cover FX drops. Lastly, taking my Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Moisturizer Gel Cream, shaking it up, we're going to take a drop big enough to cover our face and neck. It looks like I accidentally put out too much. I'll put the rest of that back later, but for now I'll take a little bit and mix it with the Cover FX drops and some of that Bye Bye Red and mix it until it's a smooth, even consistency. Now I'll take some of that and start dabbing it over parts of my face, and I'll start blending it in with my fingers. Just remember to lightly pat it out and move it around the skin. We don't want any harsh lines or anything too thick of a coverage. As I start to turn my head and get more coverage on my skin, notice the shininess or dewiness of my skin stand out. And remember, this is only from 2 of those Cover FX drops. It gives you that nice workout glow. remember to pull the makeup up into the hairline as well, just in case you have that tan line and you don't want it to stand out. Even though the hair will cover it later, we just don't want to take any chances. And I know what you're thinking, I do look a little yellow in this lighting, but that's alright because where I'm going to be at for the rest of the day already has yellow lighting, and it's just going to complement my skin even more. And in case you feel like some spots aren't covered enough, you can always go back and add more because this is a very sheer mixture. So now that I've finished all my creams and liquids, I'm going to take some of the Fair Ben Nye Loose powder and just put some into a cap. Not too much, just about that little bit right there. This is going to be the first time for this makeup application that I am picking up a brush. Personally, I just like using my fingers for all the liquids and creams. But now I'm just going to lightly pack in that light little layer of powder all over my face and neck. Remember not to smear your brush or wipe your brush, because that can cause smearing of your makeup. And then now I'm going to use some of the Love Rihanna bronzing powder from MAC. I know this stuff's a little bit older, but I like using the matte powder in this compact. It gives a soft and gentle contour to the skin. Nothing too warm for my complexion. And lightly just dab it into the nose. We don't need to draw harsh lines to look like a shark. And again, take those same guidelines from the blush and contour. Nothing too low, nothing too high, nothing too far out. And remember to blend, blend, blend. Now take some of that contour color and blend it into the bluish gray stubble along the jawline. The nice part about having a little bit of facial hair when doing your makeup, it blurs the variance between your face and your neck. And moving on to brows, I'm going to take a taupe eyebrow pencil after I brush out my eyebrows with a spoolie and lightly fill them in. I'm not going to draw any harsh lines, I'm just going to make quick and easy little brush strokes to imitate that fresh eyebrow hair feeling. And then to make sure they're even, I always make sure they match up to the same diagonal point from the eye. Now for the MAC Soft and Gentle. This is one of my favorite parts of the makeup application. I just take the same powder brush I used earlier, and with a few dabs of that Soft and Gentle, I place some at the corner of my cheekbones, the bridge of my nose, my forehead, my chin, and along the jawline. And don't forget to place some on your neck and any part of your skin that's also showing that has makeup on it. And now taking a black or charcoal gray eye pencil, I'm going to draw it on the upper lash line. And sometimes I even close my eyes just a little bit to the point where they're almost closed and draw it on the whole lash line. If I get a little bit on the bottom lash line, that is all right. In fact, it helps it pull it together. And after, when you finish, taking a look at it, it makes your eyes pop even more without being too much. Next up, I'm going to take some liquid eyeshadow from Milk Cosmetics. The nice thing about this stuff is it's a twistable tube, so you won't use too much. Now taking that little bit of gloss and putting it directly on my eyelid and patting it in. After looking at it, you can see the nice, shiny, subtle dewiness of the eyelids. And now taking MAC's Fix Plus from their Prep and Prime skincare line and spraying it all over your face. After doing that, take your fingers and lightly pat in all over your face. This helps lines of demarcation, this helps set your makeup and make you look nice and dewy and refreshed. Next up, I'm going to use Epicurean's Aloe Cucumber Refresher Mist to set my makeup. The nice thing about this stuff is that it helps your makeup last 8 to 14 hours, which is a long time. My makeup usually lasts about 12 hours with this stuff. Again, I'm going in with my fingers to help blend in and set my makeup. And now I'm going to go in with the Superhero from IT Cosmetics. This is one of my favorite mascaras because you don't need a lot because it's a super strong mascara. Always use a spoolie to go and take a little bit out for yourself. And then gently flick it up from the eyes. Just be careful and don't get too close with it so you don't mess up your eyes. I accidentally did, so I had to fix mine off camera, but you'll see the results later. Now taking just a basic chapstick, I'm going to moisturize my lips. Now I'm going to take this nice Crimson Brick Red lip pencil from Ben 9 and line the outer edge of my lips. And don't worry if you mess up just a little bit. After we finish up, we're going to go back with some concealer and line up the lips. Now we're going to take this nice strawberry red tinted chapstick and lightly coat the lips with it to give it that freshly bitten look. Next, from MAC, is the Cream Sheen Glass Lip Gloss in Fever Isle. This is one of my favorite shades of lip gloss just because it's that nice, subtle pink, and it gives a really nice pop. now taking the Bye Bye Red from IT Cosmetics and a pointed concealer brush that's on the softer side, and just taking a dab of that Bye Bye Red. We're going to lightly line the bottom of the lips to make the edge nice and sharp. And then after that, just lightly blend down, and there you go. And lastly, take the olive oil nourishing sheen spray and spray it on any body part that didn't get any makeup on it. And then be sure to pat it down so it doesn't get too oily. And there you go. I want to thank you all for watching this video today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And if there's something that I missed today, or something you guys want me to either demonstrate or talk about, leave me a comment or send me a message and I'll work on one of those videos right away. Leave me a comment or send me a message and I'll work on one of those videos right away. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Okay guys, see you later.